lot of people ask me this question, Guruji, how to get rid of overthinking? First of all, you want to get rid of overthinking means first fundamentally you must understand how thinking comes, how thought process happens in your mind. For this you need to understand how the mind works. What is a mind and what is a thought? What is the difference between thoughts coming into my mind and thinking? Now, the fundamental understanding is thought doesn't happen automatically. It comes from the desire. You understand? Desire is the key where it is the starting point where the thought comes. Thought doesn't come just like that. Now, let's do an experiment. Now, a lot of people are watching this video right now. A lot of male, men and women are watching. I'm going to say a word. I'm going to utter a particular word. Say, I'm going to utter a word called gold. Now, the moment I say gold, all the ladies out there looking, all the women, what will be the thought processes going in your mind? Just look at it. And let's ask the same question to all the men who are watching this video. Like this, I've asked this in several occasions. Now, all the women will say, Guruji, the moment you said gold, I thought of buying that gold jewelry. I want to buy this gold bangle. I want to buy this gold chain. I want to buy this gold necklace. I saw there is a celebrity wearing a gold ornament which was so beautiful. I always wanted to have that. All kinds of this thought process will be going on the woman's mind. Now, the same thing, if I ask the question with the men, one of the persons said that I'm a father of 2 daughters, Guruji. Now, the moment you said gold, I had all kinds of problem. Oh my God, I have to organize a marriage for my 2 daughters. What will I do? Look at the gold price which has already reached 10,000 rupees per gram. What will I do now? See, that is a big problem for me. The other person says, the other person who is a businessman was thinking about, I have pledged all my gold in the bank. How am I going to repay and get out all the gold and everything? See, look at the thought process. Now, a man thinks in a different way. A woman thinks in a different way. Now, how does this thought process is getting provoked? If you look at it, it falls according to the desire. So, the main source of thought process is desire. Now, you're having overthinking. You are asking me a question, how to overcome overthinking. No, don't try to control your thoughts. The more you try to control your thoughts, the more out of control it will go. Because the very desire to control your thought, that itself is a thought. Please look at it. I want to control my thoughts. Right now, there are thousands and thousands of thoughts going in my mind. How do I control it? Now, one more thought, you are creating it. You are trying to control the thought through the thought process itself, which is not possible. Now, where does the thought process has come? It's very, very clear. Simple common sense. Because of my desire, the thought process has come. Now, I don't have a proper desire. Now, where does the desire come from? The desire comes from your karmic structure, from the very birth itself. From your previous birth, it is happening. Now, the moment you are born in this world, you come with an unfulfilled desire, which is there inside your core being, which was there in the previous birth. Whether you believe in reincarnation or not, that is how it works. You understand, every child which is born in this world comes with a certain desire which is unfulfilled from the previous birth. That is how you landed up here. So by nature, this desire is there. Because of this desire, now the very birth has happened. That is what in the ancient world they call it as karma. This is what we are calling it as karma. So the desire is there. And this desire is multiplied, and this multiple desire creates thousands and thousands of thoughts, and these thoughts accumulate into your mind, and it creates overthinking, and you end up in depression. And this is a big vicious circle. Now, the other problem is there is also a negative thoughts and there is also positive thoughts. A lot of people ask this question. I have both negative and positive thoughts. Now, how come this positive and negative thoughts comes inside you? The negative thoughts is there is a fear of, you're not going to, your desire is not going to get fulfilled. Now you have a destiny to reach. You want, you have a destiny or a goal or something which you already have. Now there is a fear which happens inside you, whether will I reach the destiny, whether my business will be okay, whether will my daughter will get married, whether my son will get the dream job, what will happen if my business doesn't succeed. Now you have a destiny and there is a fear inside you to fulfill that. Now this fear creates negative thoughts. Fear of fulfilling your desire creates positive thoughts. If you have a creative idea of how to fulfill that, you create positive thoughts. Now if there is a fear of unfulfillment, you create negative thoughts. Now how to come out of this? Now what you are supposed to do is, first you must streamline your desire. You need to have a clear destiny. 99.99% of the people in the world, you don't have a goal, you don't have a destiny, you don't know where you're going. There is absolutely no destiny within yourself. Now, your only thinking and your only thought process is to earn how much money. You are always focused on the result. The result is your how much money I'm going to earn, how much money I'm going to earn in the next few years is what you desire. You don't have a clear desire of what you're going to do in your life or what you're going to do throughout your life. What is that you're destined to do in this life? Now, that desire is not very clear. That is where the problem. Now, with this kind of multiple desire, your thought process is getting accumulated. Now, let's take a simple example. Now, I want to drive my car from here to Chennai. Now, right now, I'm residing in Coimbatore or any place. Now, you're going to drive 600 kilometers. Now, Chennai is my destiny. I have clearly fixed my destiny. Now, I am sitting inside my car. I have taken my car. It's already 7 o'clock in the night. I switch on my light. I start driving the car. Now, the moment I sit in the car, if I start looking at there, oh, where is Chennai? Chennai, I've not reached. Where is Chennai? There is no point in searching Chennai right now. All you can see is only 150 feet with your light. Now you have to put all your awareness right now in this moment and drive the car for the next 150 feet. The moment you reach this 150 feet, the next 200 feet is visible to you. You have to focus on the next 200 feet. Now, the moment you cross the next second 200 feet, another 200 feet is visible to you. You have to keep on focusing on right now in the next 200 feet or 150 feet. And you keep on going in the process. End of the day, you will reach Chennai. All you need to do is to find the right direction. Direction is important. The moment your direction is clear, forget about the destiny. Why you need to have a destiny? Because you need to have the right direction. Without the destiny, you will go in all directions. You don't know where you're going. Now you go in this direction, you go in this direction, you go in this direction, lose all your energy. Finally, you end up nowhere in life. Why I'm saying that everyone should have a destiny is in order to have a direction. Every being in this world goes through a certain direction because they have a certain destiny. If there is no destiny, then there is no direction. If there is no direction, you move in all directions. That's why the thought process is scattered. That's why your mind goes in overthinking. Now, this is the fundamental reason. First, you need to have a clear understanding of how the mind works, how the thought process is provoked, how the thinking process is initiated. You need to have a clear understanding of all these things. Now, whole mind is a complete accumulation of thoughts. And why this accumulation has happened? Because of your unfulfilled desire. Because you have a lack of direction. The moment a person understands this clearly, now how my mind works, how the thought process is provoked, how the storage of this hard disk works, Now you have a clear understanding. Now my life, my destiny is very clear. I don't deviate here and there. I am fully focused on my destiny. Now my thought process is streamlined. I don't think of unwanted things because these are all not there in my mind. I don't have a desire. I don't have any longing to go in this direction. I don't want that. I don't want this. All these things are eliminated. There is nothing there in my mind. So my mind is very clear now. Now my thought process is restricted to my destiny. Now life becomes very simple, my dear friend, and you only focus on that. So this is the fundamental. So there is no such thing as overthinking. There is only your desire is not clear. You don't have a clear desire and you don't have a direction. That is where the problem. The moment you understand that, your thought process comes down. Now don't try to control your thoughts. That is one of the biggest blunder everybody is saying. Everybody comes to me and always they tell, Guruji, I want to sit for meditation. I want to control my thoughts. I'm not able to do it. The moment I sit for meditation, my thought goes haywire. Definitely the thought is not going haywire the moment you sit on meditation. Thought process is always happening. Now the moment you sit in meditation, you see the thoughts. Normally you don't see that, but it is happening inside. It is unconscious. The moment you sit on the meditation, you become conscious of the thoughts. That is exactly what is happening. Now, the moment you become conscious, you feel that your overthinking is there. Overthinking is nothing to do with meditation. Meditation is not something which you can do. It has to happen. You need to create the right kind of condition. The moment you create the right kind of condition, meditation happens automatically. Now, what is that condition? You need to set your desire properly. You need to have a clear direction in your life. You need to know what you truly want in your life. You need to have a clear demarcation. The moment all these conditions are set properly, you sit, automatically your thought process comes down. Desire is something which starts, that is a starting point. In order to fulfill a desire, you need to have a clear game plan. Just desire may not be fulfilled without a clear vision. Vision is you are clearly setting the path. You are clearly setting the milestone. Now, in order to achieve the desire, what should I do right now? What is the first step? What is the 10th step? What is the 50th step? Okay, there is in the 100th step, I have a milestone. In order to reach my desire, which I am going to fulfill in the next 10 years, what I am going to do in the next 2 years, what I am going to do in the next 1 year. So in order to reach in the next 1 year, what I am going to do right now. So I need to have a clear step-by-step process. That is what is called a vision. This is a clear vision. Now, vision has to be there. Just a mere desire will not fulfill your dream. So dream is just the starting point. But with the dream, you cannot be fulfilled. You have to create everything. So you need to set up a lot of goals now. A small little goal which will fulfill your dream. That is your final destiny. So it starts with a dream, then it turns into a vision. Then you have several goals which you need to achieve in order to reach your dream destiny. And within the goal, you have a lot of milestones. And within the milestones, you have a lot of tasks which you have to do. And all these tasks, you need to have a timeline. So this is the starting point. And this whole process, you need to create it. Only then you will be reaching your dream.
In continuation of the age-old tradition of the wisdom of India, to join the Alchemy program conducted by Guru Mithreshiva, kindly register or call 96559 92559. Visit our website www.matangifoundation.org. Guru Mithreshiva's Alchemy classes are conducted in Chennai, Coimbatore, Madurai, Trichy, Salem, Pondicherry, Bengaluru and London.